The morning after the election results, what are the Bangladeshi newspapers saying? Now let's look at the top newspapers first. This is of course the Financial Express in Bangladesh. BNP allies poised for landslide in historic polls. Of course, everyone talking about a landslide victory for the BNP. Voting held largely peacefully, democratic transition after political upheavals, regime change. And of course, the projections here as of now, what they say, unofficial results 181. But this is of course likely to increase. Jamaat Alliance 51, two others. Now, obviously, there are more seats that are of course, and these are results as of 2:50 a.m. So they've published only after 2:50 a.m. Let's look at the Daily Star. Remember, the Daily Star offices were burnt down in protests. They say BNP heads for big win. Jamaat makes a strong showing as per trends. Unofficial results, party allies as of 3:50 a.m. Peaceful voting, and let's see what they say the results are. Of course, they're talking about the main, constituencies. No victory rallies, just offer prayers. Tarique asks BNP leaders and activists. That's there, And then, of course, they also do a little story on disinformation. Let's look at the Daily Observer. Daily Observer, peaceful election. BNP bags 182 seats. Tarique to be first male prime minister after 1991. BNP 182 here, of course. Referendum also important. The referendum says yes is, of course, 78%, no 22%. And then, of course, it talks about the 9 dead in the election process, or 9 dead, dozens injured during the election process. This is an interesting one. Daily Times of Bangladesh. BNP after 2 decades. It shows, of course, Tarique Rahman graffiti, and of course army chief. This has they put a blurb of the army chief right on the front page, who says Army Chief General Wakar said he has been waiting for this day for the past 1.5 years and hoping for a fair election. Army chief hails fair polls. Let's also look at the Business Standard. Again, this is an important newspaper in Bangladesh. BNP leads in landmark polls. Early results include 72.9% back the July National Charter, voter turnout, etc. It, of course, has a picture. And, of course, Tarique Rahman winning, 6. And BNP also claims Dhaka 17, Bogura 6. These are the 2 seats that Tarique Rahman has contested from. A New Nation, of course, another newspaper saying Nation witnesses historic free and fair polls. Chief advisor expresses gratitude. Dhaka Tribune. And, of course, says this is the BNP wins absolute majority. It has a picture of Barrister Zaima Rahman, Tarique Rahman, and, of course, Tarique Rahman's wife Zubaida Rahman after they cast their vote. This is also important. And then, of course, you have the Daily Sun Friday, which says dawn of a new Bangladesh. BNP on course for sweeping 2/3 majority. Yunus hails peaceful polls referendum. And Tarique asks party activists to refrain from victory rallies. So the fact that Tarique Rahman has asked party activists to refrain from victory rallies also reflected in quite a few of the newspapers. In fact, we are looking at all these newspapers. We've gone through the headlines, the morning headlines of almost all these newspapers. And this is interesting as these newspapers show what the headlines are. And this is, of course, a very, very interesting newspaper headline mashup on the day after elections, where the BNP, of course, emerging as the clear winner, and the newspapers also reflecting that. With camera person Mohammad Mursaleen in Dhaka, Saurabh Gupta, NDTV.